to Life Guide Studio. Thank God for our long-awaiting show. We are finally starting. I am sorry for coming late. I know most of you have been waiting for us to start for a long while. You can't wait anymore. But I'm happy that we are coming on air today. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. Today, as you all know, the title of our talk show is Challenges and Solutions. But under Challenges and Solutions, there are various topics that we'll be discussing. Like today, we have one important topic to discuss, which is affecting all of us. It is titled Unapproachable Parents. Before I go on, I am your host on this show, and Ajike Oyibo is my name. Challenges and Solutions is a dramatic talk show like no other. It deals with different challenges in a dramatic way. And we bring people to the studio every time to help find solutions to the challenges. And today, I have two qualified guests in the studio who will be helping us to deal with one of the most important challenges that is affecting us today. Why are our parents are becoming unapproachable to the children these days? We are going to talk about that. What is keeping them away? Why are the children drifting apart? One of the things we have been able to discover is that the social media. Social media is separating the homes. Social media is a very good thing. It is very wonderful. We all enjoy using social media. But to every good thing, there is always a negative part of it. Social media helps us to facilitate our means of communication. It brings old people that we've lost connection with together. And we reconnect ourselves again. But this same tool can bring depression. It can bring separation in our family. But before we proceed, I'm going to go on a very short break. And when we come back on this break, I'll be introducing you to our guest. You will be watching our video, and the solution will continue. Thank you. Don't go away.
Mommy.
Victoria, what?
I have something important to tell you. A boy in my class is always disturbing me.
Can't you say I'm busy?
Please, but this is really
I am
important.
busy. We'll talk about this later.
It's important.
I will talk to you later.
I find it very difficult to talk to my parents. They are never available for me. If mom isn't working, she's chatting. I think I should just be his friend. He could be a good friend since no one is ready to listen.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. Like I already said before we went on that break, that I have two qualified guests in the studio with me here, Miss Karutam and Miss Lildas Lobed. Thank you. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce her name, but she's going to tell you more about herself. Mr. Karutam, she's the CEO of Majestic Home Care. Both of them are qualified for this show today. They are the best I can ever bring for this topic because they are single mothers. They know what it takes to be mothered. They know what it takes to be single mothers and how to handle children. And they have businesses on their own. They are busy and they still running their home perfectly. So they are going to share with us the solutions on how we can do it better today. And Ms. Karutam, let me tell you a little about her. She cares for the sick, the lonely, and the depressed, old and young actually. She's an international award winner of Best Social Responsibility Initiative Award. She just won the award in Dubai. She's wonderful. Like I said, she's very qualified. Help me to welcome Ms. Karutam. Thank you very much, Ms. Karu. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Please, would you like to tell the audience more about you? Whereas there's something I didn't say or I miss out of it?
I won't take a lot of your time, but I want to also say that I'm a founder of Having Joy. That is also a foundation. We take care of the poor and the sick, and also the needy. That was what I wanted to add.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. She's a woman with a golden heart. Thank you, Carol. I've known her for a while now. She's been very good. She's very supportive. And also my wonderful friend and sister, Lildas Lobede. She's a global human resources professional and a proud single mother of 3 children. She's also an NGO owner the founder of NGO. We call it Stickting here. She studied about study in Africa or something.
Study in Africa.
Study in Africa, and it's about enhancing education for the less privileged.
Yes, it's about especially a focus on higher education. I know that there's a lot of NGOs focusing on primary, but what is important...
These are wonderful and industrious ladies. I want to be like you someday.
Not perfect. Not perfect.
People should try and help me. I'm very serious. I'm not joking. Look at all the things that a woman is doing, a single mother, and she still has time for 3 kids.
If you don't give them a job to do, and you don't give them a means to get themselves qualified on a professional level, they won't be able to get out of poverty. So Study in Africa is an initiative that tries to focus on the opportunities within the region, within the African region itself, and to get people to stay in the region and contribute to the economic growth.
Wow, these are wonderful and industrious ladies. I want to be like you someday.
Not perfect. Not perfect.
People should try and help me. I'm very serious. I'm not joking. Look at all the things that a woman is doing, a single mother, and she still has time for 3 kids. Viewers, we need to learn something from them. And without wasting our time, you have watched our video. You have seen what is happening between the mother and the daughter. The daughter is coming back from school. She wants to talk to the mother, but the woman is not ready to listen to her. According to the child, she said the mother is busy chatting. She's never available, and I don't think she's a CEO like both of you. So this is one of the major challenges that people are facing out there, and that is why we are bringing it to the studio, so we can talk about it and help find solution to it and how we can resolve this problem. But before we proceed, I have some questions here I would like to ask you. Maybe we can find solution to it together. Actually, let me tell you, it's a reality show. You are going to be hearing a lot of life stories here. Don't cry, don't shed tears. It's painful, but sometimes it's like that, okay? So I want you to tell us some of the dangers associating with what the Victoria mother just did to her. What are the dangers you think is associating with that kind of character the mother put up with the child?
I will start by saying that the way she shouted at her child makes bring a big distance between her and her child. I think the next time if her child have a kind of issue that she's dealing with, she won't approach the mother that soon. I think she will keep it for herself because she knows that her mother will shout at her the next time, and that is a big danger because at the end, maybe the child is dealing with big issues and the mother is not even aware. And by the time something happens, the mother will hold her head and think, oh my God, I could have been different. So it is better to learn from this experience and start and be aware that if you create a distance between you and your child, that it can bring a lot of dangers also with him.
Thank you very much. That is a very wonderful one. So viewers, don't create distance between you and your children. Try as much as possible to be close to them. We want to hear from you. What are the dangers?
Well, it's exactly what Carol said. The distance, and it's also the message that you're giving to the child is a very dangerous message, because you're saying that your social media is more important than listening to your child. And that eventually creates problems within your child herself, and also you're also misunderstood, because every time when you really want to create that approach back and win that affection back and with that communication back, the bridge is already broken. So yeah.
So we should avoid breaking the bridge between our children.
Exactly.
No matter what we are doing, our children should come first, and not chatting with one friend on WhatsApp or on Facebook. So we are to do all our best to try create right time for the children. Thank you so much for helping us to answer that question. And also I still have more questions to ask you. Victoria is already, you can see that she was talking to herself like, oh, maybe I should just be his friend. Maybe nobody's ready to listen to me. Maybe I should just be his friend. And what do you think is the best thing for her to do? Is she supposed to go and be the friend of that boy? Because according to her, a guy is disturbing her in school. What can she do? Miss Carol, can you please answer us first?
Now, the effect is that she's gonna start talking by herself. She think she's gonna find a way to get affection, and that is a big danger because we don't know the mind of the boy.
Yeah.
And maybe because of the affection that she really needs, she's gonna be close to the guy, the person, and we don't know what's gonna happen. So it is I think in this case it is advice because at that moment I don't think she think about it. Maybe she can talk to a mother friend or a teacher because at home she don't get a voice. Nobody listen to her. So it is, if she have doubts, I will bring it as an advice. Don't try to keep it for yourself, but try to find at least one person to talk about this issue, because at home you cannot talk about it. Try to talk to with somebody because that person can maybe give you advice.
Okay, so the children right now, if you find your mother in this situation, don't go and make friends with a small boy or a big boy. Find someone who is more matured than your mother. If you don't have a father around, no problem. Just get a motherly figure. It can be in your school, your teacher, your auntie. If you are the type that goes to church, you can talk to one of the big church mother. Let them help you with your problem. Don't just jump into conclusion that you are going to a boy to talk to them. Anything can happen. And what do you think she can do?
Well, one of the things that I do in my personal life, because being single and having so much work and so many responsibilities as well, sometimes it's very difficult to find the time to do it. And then social media takes the little one that is available. But what I try to do is create those times where I can speak to my children. Okay. And one of those, for example, if you create like little routines at home, like having dinner together. We make it a rule. We all have dinner at the same time. So if your mom doesn't have the time to you and she's busy with texting or whatever, do not, don't despair. Wait and look for the time when she is available. So if you try it once, it's just not, okay, I tried once. No. You need to try once again. And when your mother is available, try to make sure that, you let her know, well, mommy, before I tried to talk to you and you were busy doing this or whatever. Try to make your mother aware, because we're not perfect.
Yeah.
We also sometimes we need a wake-up call. With my kids, I have this thing that they say, I say, whenever you're really desperate and you really need to speak to me, just say, Mommy, you remember that you're saying when it's really urgent that you should drop everything? And that rings a bell immediately in my mind. And I leave everything that I need, I have at that time, just to pay attention, because I know if they have called that card, it must be something important. Yeah. So create something with your kids. Let's say a safe code. Yeah. That say when the person says that safe code, that means it's important. You need to drop it.
Not every time it's not important. No. You come and disturb.
Exactly.
You have to make them to understand that this is urgent.
Exactly.
And you have to bring. Then they will stop everything they are doing and attend to us.
I wanted to add something also, because we sit here and we talk about it, but when we start our business, you need to do a lot. So sometimes we ourselves, we are not aware that we are neglecting our child. Yeah. And when you sometimes you see this kind of signs, try to make it up also to make it good with your child. Because if I have to talk about my own experience also, I know I was very busy. Sometimes I was home late. And what I try to bring in now is that once in a while, me and my son, we go and do something like, he likes to do some facial treatment. It sounds silly, but he enjoys it. That me and my son do facial treatment. Yes. Then I try to make at least once in a month, I try to make that kind of time so that you have some quality time with your child.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much with that wonderful solution you are giving us.
Yeah, because the mothers sometimes don't think, they are not aware. Sometimes you're so busy, you have deadlines. So it works from both sides. The child is neglected.
The solution is that we should create time, have personal time with our children.
Spend
time with them. Wherever we are going out, we can take them along with us and have that opportunity to talk to them. So I want you to tell us, like, what are the best approach we can apply to social media? Because social media is taking us haywire. How do we manage our time on social media? What is the best approach?
I don't know if there is a best approach, but I think we have to find a balance inside. Yeah. Because if you are busy, you are so busy that you lose your whole focus. You're in the whole social media. I think we have to also find a time. Find a balance. So at least you make some time that you put your phone aside
And still do some other
and try
things.
do some other things in the house and try to do something with it.
Even me, I'm guilty. I
Yes.
pray God help me.
Oh,
Can you just tell us?
Sometimes I wish I just could drop the phone and just put it somewhere that I forget about it because I find it time consuming and energy consuming, everything. But the same approach that I do with my kids, especially when they were little, that okay, there's times for you to be on TV, there's times for you to read, there's time for you to shower. I try to put a kind of a timetable as well for myself. So from this time to this time, okay, the phone is off now. It's easier to say than done.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. But like everything, it takes practice. If you're used to it, the more you do it, the more you will get used to.
Thank you so much. Viewers, we are going to go on a very short break again and we'll come back. When we come back from this break, I'm going to be asking two of the most important questions again that we have on this segment. And after that, we'll go to another time, which is the quiz moment. Don't go away. The quiz moment is very, very important. You have a gift to win. Just share this show with your friends, share it with your enemy. Even if you're in the spiritual world, share it with the spirit. Everybody will see it. It's very important. You will learn something today. Share it, keep sharing it. Call everybody at home. Tell them to come and watch. After the break, we'll come back. Thank you very Welcome back. This is the first week of this show. Like I said, you have a lot to benefit from it, and you will never regret joining us. Just like the page, share it with your family, invite other people to like it also. Thank you. Our next question is, what is the psychological effect of ignoring the children? If we ignore them, we shut them down. What is the psychological effect you think it can have in their brain?
Well, the first one is self-confidence. As the self-confidence, I mean, they start the message that they get and what they tell to themselves is that they're not important, and that they need to do things to be heard and to be noticed. And you can see that, for example, in my personal life, I can tell when my kids are actually longing for me and for attention. You see that they start doing things and taking selfies all the time and plug on social media because they need someone to listen to them. So the social media doesn't reject anybody. It doesn't reject. You go to Facebook, nobody comes and says, no, it's not time for Facebook now. No, social media doesn't reject anybody.
The bad, the good, the
exactly.
social media.
Everybody's welcome. So they feel welcome, so they put all their life into the social media.
You're right.
And by the time you realize about that, how you get your kickback? How do you
so
get
how,
your
how
kickback?
then can we help them to build this self-confidence? Because now that they're having low self-esteem, it's dangerous for their study and their social life. How can we help them to come up?
You know, sometimes what I do in my personal time, I become the social media. Which means, okay, you want attention? No problem. I take my phone, start taking, ooh, you look so good today. Ooh, you look so beautiful today. And it sounds like a very stupid thing to do, but actually it draws attention. So I was like, okay, my daughter says, Mommy, do you want to be my paparazzi today? And I said, so she started making movements and stuff like that. And I become the Facebook for her for that day. It's only short. It's very short thing. It's something that you need to.
How old is your daughter?
The middle one is 16 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
Good
But
job.
she is, she's in that age where either you give me attention or I go and look for it.
Yeah. I know more about Sister Carol. I know that she's bonding with the son.
Yeah, there was a time that my son, when he felt me neglected because we are sitting here and just by experience we can talk today. He was going out a lot. Even when you call him, you put his phone off. It takes a lot of energy and time and talking to get him close to me again. That's why I was giving the example that now, even if you have to go for a facial treatment, we go together. So these small things bring him closer to me. And to give an answer on your question that about how can we make them have their confidence again, is by telling them that you matter, you have a voice, you have your opinion. I have the kind of relationship with my son that he can tell me that how he feel about it. Only he need to know how to say it, and that sometimes give also problems in school because they are not used to get children who have their own opinion. So in that area, I'm now with my son because he's 15 to find a balance that he can give his opinion but say it on a respectful way and on a certain way that the teacher can deal with it, so he can have an example with it. And I can see a big difference because there was a time that my son was giving me a lot of headache, and that makes me aware that time and communication with your child is very, very important.
Yeah, you see, if you hadn't stepped into it the way you did, the child would have gone.
That was too much.
Yeah, it was already making. That is why we have a lot of children today that are smoking marijuana. They are with
different topics we'll be discussing in this program each week. Every week we'll come out with different topics. This is just unapproachable parents. How we can approach our children, how our children can
to do something about their situation. I know many of us are going through all this in our home. Let us not keep it to ourselves. Come out, talk about it. Look for people who can help you. Don't bottle your pains in your heart. It's painful, The children are already going AWOL. Most of them are pregnant outside wedlock. Don't worry. There is solution to every challenges. Don't forget that this program is challenges and solution. There are lots of challenges, but by the grace of God, solutions will be coming your way. There are lots of
different topics we'll be discussing in this program each week. Every week we'll come out with different topics. This is just unapproachable parents. How we can approach our children, how our children can approach us, how we can be able to talk to them about what they feel and build this bonding within one another. Next week, another one is still going to come your way if you stay tuned. And our last question on this show is, how can we help our children avoid the dangerous friends? Because that little child can as well go to a pedophile. They can defile. How can we help them now to avoid those dangerous people? Because the child, the heart is made up. Most of them have started making bad friends. They're already into it. How do we disconnect them from it? Please, Sakaro.
Now, what I did, I will use my son as an example because the first example that I want to give is that it's true that they have a lot of bad friends. And even when the friends are around them, their mind is only how to put them in trouble. If I can give a small example, my son's friend gave him a key from a scooter, and the friend stole the key. And my son, he think, oh, I'm big, they are proud at that age. He think I can drive this scooter. What happened? He drove the scooter out of the school. By the time, he was the one who steal the scooter because he was the one who bring the scooter out. They didn't even thought of it what happened behind. So out of that experience, I put my son down and I told him this is a trusting friend. Also, what I also do is to tell my son that I want to know who your friends is, because all his friends can come home. Because by the time you know who the friends are, you can also talk to the friends if they have different mind, if they are doing bad things on the street, you can advise them. So in my case, my son is open to me who his friends is. He can bring them home and he can sit with them. Even sometimes I just leave them alone. They have it's a cinema, they have their party in the house. But for me, it's better than I know where my son is.
That's good, wonderful. Thank you so much. What do you think we can do?
Well,
to disconnect them from friends, bad friends?
This is a very challenging situation, because not all the times we will be in a situation where we'll be able to tell them. So it also is needed for them to build up that inquiry in their mind to be able to differentiate what is good from what is bad, what that person brings into their life, and ask questions. Who are they? Where they live? If you start speaking with someone online and asking questions and the person is refusing to answer those questions, then you know that something is going on. So ask as many questions. What is the name of your friends? The name of your cat? So as many questions, even if they're random, even if it doesn't have to do where do you work or very detailed information, just random information, because if someone is lying to you, they will have to make that lie bigger and remember all those little details that they have told you. So the more questions you ask that person, the more able you will see if the person is telling the truth or not. Don't keep a lot online. Try to get that person out of line. Okay, so where do you live? Oh, maybe we can have a coffee. Come to my neighborhood. Meet my parents. Invite them home.
Yes,
invite
your
them
friends
home.
Bring them.
If someone is really a
Let
good
them meet
friend
them.
and wants to be a really good friend
Will
and
come
is
home.
real, he will come home.
Yes.
If he stops the relationship, then you know that
No,
that
it's
person
fake.
was fake.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And for other people, we've been watching this show for a long time, our viewers. If you have questions, you are free to send your questions to us, send your challenges, send your difficulties, and send answer, contribution. You are welcome. Don't be left out of it. It's a communication, it's reality show. And if you want to come on this show, you are welcome as well. Now, we are still going to go on a very short break. We have come to the end of the question segment. We are moving to the quiz moment, the moment where there is gift for you. Then there will be question and answer. You can also win our gift. No matter where you live, it will be sent to you. Welcome back. It is quiz moment. Like I said, there is gift here for you. This gift is for anyone who is going to win this question. If you get this question right, you are going home with my gift. There are a lot of good things inside. For the answer, it's very technical, but I know you will have it. Anywhere you live, just send your answer to us through email. Don't send it on sharpness. The first person to send the answer will be the winner of the gift. If I receive your email first, you win it. I'm going to put the question on the screen.